Wasim is there. Is Wasim in the class? Please respond. Okay, next. External structure of the heart. Here we'll be discussing how the heart look externally. Now remember, whenever I say something, look into the diagram. Okay, let me share the screen. Now listen. You have right auricle. The heart is of 4 chambers. Right auricle, left auricle, right ventricle, left ventricle. Clear? This part is clear. Now, right auricle, into the right auricle. Remember, the right side always receive deoxy blood. Left side always receive oxy blood. Okay, I hope you're understanding. Right side deoxy, left side oxy. Clear? Next. There is superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and coronary vein that carries what? That carries deoxygenated blood from different parts of body and open into right auricle. Superior vena cava carries deoxy blood from the upper part of the body above the heart level. Okay, about the heart, like head, neck, all the organs which are above the heart. That is, all the deoxy from the above the heart organs. Superior vena cava carries deoxy blood, whereas inferior vena cava, that is below the heart, whichever the organ systems is there, it carries from the lower part of the body, carries deoxy blood from the inferior vena cava. Then there is a coronary vein that carries a muscle that carries deoxy blood from the heart muscles, and all these three openings, these vessels opens into right auricle. Next, then comes the what is coronary sulcus? Coronary sulcus is a group that divides the auricle from the ventricle. Sorry. Coronary sulcus is a group that divides the auricle from the ventricle. Now next. In that coronary sulcus, there is a coronary vein that carries blood to the heart muscles. Next, right ventricle, left ventricle, then there is left auricle. Left auricle, into the left auricle, 4 veins open. That is pulmonary vein. How many veins? 4. 4 blood vessels open. That is pulmonary vein. What do they carry? They carry oxygenated blood. 2 is coming from right lung. 2 is coming from left lung. If you look into the diagram, pulmonary vein 1, 2, 3, 4. I have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 3 and 4. They are not getting opening into the right auricle. They are opening into left auricle only. But they are coming from the right side and come behind the heart and open into left auricle. So 4 vessels open into left auricle. That is pulmonary veins. That is getting what? That is bringing oxygenated blood. Clear? That's bringing oxygenated blood and open into left auricle. Now next, there is pulmonary artery and systemic aorta. Pulmonary artery is in the right ventricle, here in the right ventricle. When we study the internal structure, you'll be able to see this pulmonary artery inside the heart. But remember, pulmonary artery arises from the right ventricle, which carries, pulmonary means it's going towards the lungs. Pulmonary artery carries deoxy blood to the lungs. One is on the right side and other is on the left side. Right pulmonary artery, left pulmonary artery. It goes to the respective right and left side of the lungs. Clear? Now, from the lungs, what happened? There is a formation, there is deoxygenated to oxygenated blood. Okay, oxygenated blood. Blood is formed now. This oxygenated blood is coming back from the lungs to the left auricle through pulmonary vein. Now, the blood, whichever is in the left auricle, goes to the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle arises systemic aorta. The systemic aorta is arising from the left ventricle. Clear to all? Do you want me to repeat or is it clear? Each and everyone in the class, do you want me to repeat or is it clear? Everybody in the class, quickly tell me. Okay, I'll repeat. 2 minutes. I'll repeat. 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. I'll repeat. Everybody, just imagine. Okay. First, you are going to look into the diagram when I'm saying. You need to imagine 4 chambers. When you imagine 4 chambers, this they are. No, you keep it there for charging. It's on the dining table. Right auricle, left auricle, right ventricle, left ventricle. Sorry. So 4 chamber. Right auricle, always remember right auricle. Right auricle always receives deoxy blood. The right side always receives deoxy, left side always receives oxygenated blood. This you need to remember. Now, right side is having 3 openings. One is superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and also coronary vein, which bring all deoxygenated blood and open into right auricle. Right ventricle, from right ventricle arises pulmonary artery. That is going to the lungs, right side of the lung, left side of the lung, pulmonary artery carrying what? Deoxygenated blood. Then we'll come to left auricle. From the lungs, now the blood, deoxygenated blood has reached to the lungs for the oxygenation. From the lungs arises pulmonary vein, which opens into left auricle. How many pulmonary vein? 2 from the right lung, 2 from the left lung. But where do all these 4 pulmonary vein open? Into the left auricle, which is carrying oxygenated blood. After that comes left ventricle. Left ventricle, in the left ventricle, systemic aorta arises. This carries oxygenated blood that is supplying an oxygenated blood to all the different body parts. Clear? I'll tell you about the ligamentum arteriosum. But is this clear? Come on. Say something. Everyone. So now tell me in the right auricle, what opens? Come on, tell me. Question series quickly. Right auricle में कितने vessels open होंगे? Right auricles में कितने vessels? How many vessels in the right auricle? Quick. Short form. Write in short form. How many vessels? 3. Okay. How many vessels from the pulmonary vein? Pulmonary vein, how many vessels? How many vessels are the pulmonary veins? 2? No. Pulmonary veins are how many? 4. Raki is correct. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why are you saying 2? 2 from lung, right lung, 2 from left lung. Is it clear? So total 4. They open where? Pulmonary vein opens where? Into which chamber? Kaksha. 2 is coming from the right lung and 2 is coming from the left lung. So altogether 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see I have drawn there. 1, 2, 3, 4 pulmonary vein. PV is pulmonary vein. But 1, 2 and 3, 4 both are opening into left auricle. You cannot consider only right part. The question is, how many pulmonary vein opens into left auricle? So what should be your answer, Pratisha? Again, 2. I think you didn't understood what I said. No, not like that. What is the question? Listen to the question. How many veins opens into left auricle? How many veins? Pulmonary vein. 4 pulmonary vein. 1, 2 is coming from left. 3, 4 is coming from right lungs. But all these open where? Open into left auricle only. This is the left auricle. 2 is coming from left side. Then that's what I'm saying. 3, 4 is also coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's coming from the back side and open here only in the left auricle. So you have 4 openings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody got the point? So easy. I don't know why you want to take so much stress. It's very easy. I'm telling you, 2 are coming. Okay, next. Pulmonary artery carry what type of blood? Pulmonary artery carries what type of blood? Come on, tell me. Pulmonary artery carries what type of blood? Oxygenated or deoxygenated? Come on. Deoxygenated. Very good. Aorta carries what? Aorta carries what? Which blood does aorta carry? Oxygenated. Very good. Aorta arises from which chamber? Aorta arises from which chamber? Aorta arises from which chamber? Left. Very good. Left ventricle. Very nice. So which vessels carry? Listen to the question. Which vessels carry deoxygenated blood to the lungs? Which vessels carry deoxygenated blood to lungs? Which vessels carry deoxygenated blood to lungs? Pulmonary artery. Abhilasha. Very nice. Siddhi. Very good. Understood? Everybody understood? Now tell me. Okay, this I think you all know. Fine. Clear? Now. Next. Now write down this. Please write down. Sulcus means grooves. So there is sulcus that is called coronary sulcus, which is horizontal. Matlab horizontal. This is auricles, right? This is auricles. This is ventricle. Here, that one divides auricles to ventricles is a coronary sulcus, into which coronary veins is there. Getting the point? Sulcus is a groove. It's the horizontal atrioventricular. It's between atria and the ventricle sulcus. It has coronary vein which drains the impure blood from the heart to the right auricle. Getting the point? Yes, no? Okay, right. Yeah, it's like a septum. It's like a division. Sulcus is a groove which divides auricle from the ventricles. Into the sulcus, there's a coronary vein that is residing, and this brings the impure blood from the heart muscles and open into right auricle. Is this point clear? Inferior is 1 in number, superior is 1 in number, and then coronary vein is 1 in number. Only pulmonary vein is 4 in number, which all open into left auricle. Clear, Chrisley? Next. There is one more septum, that is interventricular sulcus. That is between two ventricles. Right and left ventricle is divided by interventricular septum or sulcus. It carries coronary artery, okay, which supplies oxygenated blood to the heart. It carries coronary artery because heart muscle is continuously working, right? So they also need oxygen. They also need nutrients. So who supplies that? Coronary artery supplies. Yes, Pratisha. Now you have taken it right. Coronary sulcus have coronary vein which carries deoxy blood from the heart muscles and open into right auricle. Interventricular septum has a coronary artery that carries oxygenated blood and supply to the heart muscle. Getting the point? Write it down. Yes, Suhas. Can you see it? Kimaya is there in the class? Any doubts to anybody? Is everything clear? Are you understanding the concept clearly? Muscle or heart muscle. It's a heart muscle. If you want, you can write down or you can save to the heart also. Yes, now I'll come to the point. All the arteries, remember, make a note in your brain or make a note on the notebook. All the arteries carries oxygenated blood. The only artery that carries deoxygenated blood is which one? The only artery that carries deoxygenated blood is pulmonary artery. Very nice. So all the veins carries deoxygenated blood. All the veins carries deoxygenated blood. There is only one vein that carries oxygenated blood. Which vein? Which vein? Which carries only the pulmonary vein, which carries only oxygenated blood. Clear? Is it clear? Done? Next. Chambers. There are two auricle. The two chambers, that is two auricle and two ventricles. Right auricle, left auricle, two ventricles, which is right ventricle and left ventricle. Okay, quote you want? Okay, let me start with the quote. Let's say. Okay, let me write down here. Okay, raise yourself. This is what I follow. Okay, this is very important quote to me. Raise yourself, raising others. Raise yourself, raising others. What do you understand by this quote? Hmm? Tell me who will define this quote. Raise yourself by always raising others. Means what? Anybody want to try and tell me, explain me this point?
There should not be any jealousy.
Yes, very good. See, there is a competition. Yes, very good, Ashmita. Very nice, Tusha. Listen, there is a competition. We know that there is a limited seats. Everybody is competing. There is limited seats. We need to compete. There is no doubt. But during this competition, do not lose your humanity. That if somebody of your friends, say, example, Tusha come approach Pratyusha and says, "Can you please help me to solve this problem?" You should not be confined to yourself. See, whether she get the seat, whether the other person get the seat, that is the story behind is different. But if somebody comes to you and tell you, "Can you help me with this problem? I have not understood." You should always be ready to help. I'm not saying that you should give your 100% your preparation. Keep it to yourself. For example, if I tell you to make summary, it's not helping means it's not that you make summary and circulate amongst everyone. No, because that is your hard work. You have given time. But what you can do is you can just show a person if somebody comes to you and asks you, "Can you give me your notes? Your notes is really nice." It's not that you openly and give them because that's your hard work. That's belong to you. You have given your time. But I'm not saying do not share it. Please share it. One time when they come to you, tell them, "See, this is how I make." You also start making. You show that notes, give her one time, show that person, "This is how I make the summary." You can also start making a summary. This is called a helping nature. Don't be confined, jealous hona. How she's getting so good marks. Let me only score marks. I'll not share my study plan. See, we can share our study plan. It depends on the other person whether he follows or not. You understand? So that way, so raise yourself by raising others. Clear? Don't be confined to yourself and don't be have that jealousy nature. Is it clear? Okay. So you love the quote today? Okay, fine. Yeah. Let's begin. So Komal, did you got your quote for the day? Vessels. Superior vena cava brings deoxygenated blood from the upper body and opens into right auricle of the heart. So follow this, okay? So in the heart, deoxygenated blood is from the superior vena cava, that is coming from the water, whichever the organs that are present above the heart, the level of the heart. Is it clear? This already I have mentioned to you all. Please follow this right now. So that's the reason I say you be close, you be sharing, you be, because we never know, the competition keeps on going. But the other person should be not so generous in giving so that the other person take it easy and sit calmly. No, the other person should learn from that and start making also. You understand? And this year is very, very important for you guys. You know the importance of the year that you're giving for this year. And I'll assure you, if you give your 100%, you will get your seat this time. Many repeaters gets the seats because they have ample of time. If they give proper time for each and every subject, which you have 4 subjects, the seat will be yours. And everybody has a potential. See, impossible is not a, it's just an option. It's just an option which you should not select it. It's not the impossible बोल के word नहीं कि नहीं होगा बोल के ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. You cannot do it. It's nothing like that. It's just an option. If you want to select the option, you select it and sit. No, it is not possible. Like, I cannot do it. It's impossible that to crack the NEET this year. That is you who are building in you inside your brain. So try to keep motivating yourself. I always tell my students, yeah, many of my students ask, ma'am, I'm not able to cover my 11th portion. I'm not able to cover 12th portion. What should I do? How should I do? I just tell them one thing. You say it's not possible, right? You say मैम बोर्ड का आ रहा है, मैम 12th का पढ़ूँ या 11th का पढ़ूँ, मैम ये पढ़ूँ वो पढ़ूँ, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, मेरे को कुछ नहीं याद रह रहा है. And see, that's all our excuses. When others can do it, you have 24 hours, I have 24 hours. The third person is also having 24 hours. It depends on utility. Then what did I say? I said for everything he had an answer. When I said you can do like this, you can study. Ma'am, school, this college, we have to go to college. So we have to study about that part. We have to study this part. So how to manage the time? Whenever I see, okay, get up early, ma'am, full day, I'm tired. Okay, I totally understand. You just close your eyes. Imagine yourself with a white coat and stethoscope. Now tell me, do you want to get it? Fellow said, yes, ma'am, I want. If you want this, whenever you feel that I cannot do, my past time nahi hai, you just think, and this will make you does everything. Got the point? So I said, you just think. It's not losers. No, losers is not an excuse. This is wrong statement to us. The reason is nobody is losers here. Everybody go through a phase where they feel very low. Today you are motivated. After 1 week, if I do not talk to you, if I do not explain you, do not show you the support, you will be again back to a normal person. Everybody will have a time where they feel low. Even I feel low sometime. Even you feel low sometime. Everybody faces problem of being a low, but you need a strong support there. Many get depressed, many get out of the track. This happens. That time you have to think, just close your eyes, remember my words. मैम ने क्या बोला था, जिग्नी मैम ने क्या बोला था. Whenever you feel low, just close your eyes, imagine yourself. You're helping for the society. Imagine yourself wearing your white coat, wearing stethoscope. Just think about it. And automatic, everything, जो भी excuse थे, सारे भाग जाएंगे. Impossible will become possible. And I want really good score from you all. You want my help, I'm always there. But I want a good scoring from you guys. Clear? And you can do it. And you know what is the syllabus, to aapko pata hai. You are expert, like you know what syllabus is there, what portion will be coming, how the questions will appear, content क्या क्या चाहिए, सब कुछ है तुम्हारे पास अभी. It's not that you're new to this. You know everything. It's just a kind of a revision where you'll be studying more in detail and more practice. Try to give more practice for questions for physics, chemistry, whichever you feel difficult. Time is yours. I'm telling you. What pain you will get now, same fruitful you will get later after answering the test. When you get your medical seal, you will call me and tell me, ma'am, today is my best day because I got into medical seat which I wanted. That day you'll be the most happiest. That feeling is different. You'll forget whatever the sleep you have given, whatever the pain you have taken, you'll forget it. You understand? Okay, come back to the topic. If I keep talking on this, I'll keep talking. Okay. Pulmonary vein brings oxygenated blood from the lungs into the left auricle. Only vein that carries oxygenated blood. Pulmonary artery carries deoxy blood to the lungs from the right ventricle. Please write down. Laziness, yes, she mentioned very rightly. See, you also feel lazy. I also feel lazy. You like listening to me? That's really nice. I'm pleased that you like listening to me. That's really good to hear. But what I'm saying, laziness, even I feel lazy sometimes. Sometimes you feel, okay, let me take a break today. Go ahead, take a break. But do not forget your dream job. You understand? Sometimes you don't feel like studying, reading. Okay, take a break. Everybody goes through this phase. But when you are reading, give your 100% there. Clear? Okay, fine. Come on. Systemic aorta carry oxygenated blood to the organs from left ventricle. I hope you understood this. All the points is mentioned to you. See, I don't, how many students, all the students in the class should understand what the teacher is teaching. It's whether it's me, whether it's any other subject. You have to understand. You have right to, if you have not understood, you have right to answer question us back and make it clear. But don't carry your doubts because you should know the importance of the time what you're giving for this year. So don't waste. Don't waste. Done? Systemic aorta carry oxygenated blood to the organs from the left ventricle. Now, ligamentum arteriosum. Ligamentum arteriosum, what is ligamentum arteriosum? Listen. Okay, everybody write down this, then I'll tell you what is ligamentum arteriosum. Please write down this. I'll explain you once it's done. Done? Okay. Now listen. Now everybody, is the foramen oval thing? Okay. No, that is different. This is different. We'll come back to foramen later. Okay. Now, yes, hole in the heart, but not that foramen. Okay. This is different foramen. Listen to this. Listen to this. See, there is a pulmonary artery, right? Which is going. And there is aorta. Here's the diagram. And there is aorta, which is moving like this, right? Now, this is pulmonary artery and this is aorta. Now, what happened between the pulmonary artery and the aorta? There is a duct. There is a duct in the embryonic life. There is a duct in the embryo. That duct is called ductus arteriosus. Now, this duct is called ductus arteriosus. Clear? Which is present in the embryo ductus arteriosus. Tell me, in the embryo, does the lung functions? When the baby is inside the mother's womb, does the lung function? Functional stage? No, it's only a heartbeat, right? So now, whatever the blood that is going, pulmonary artery carries blood to the lungs, right? But there's no, the lungs is not functioning. So in the embryo, from the pulmonary artery, it goes into aorta. So there's a channel through which blood goes into aorta, that is into the ductus arteriosus. Through the ductus arteriosus is a channel. It's a duct. Now, later has the embryo develop into fetus and the fetus is out. That time, what happened has the child, baby is born, this duct is getting closed. This duct is closed. Now, when this duct is closed, it is called as ligamentum. It's a ligamentum structure called ligamentum arteriosum. The same duct, when it is closed, it is called as ligamentum arteriosum. Got the point? If this is not closed after the baby is born, then there is a mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood that leads to a blue baby syndrome. Everybody, did you got the point? If you look into the diagram here, into the heart diagram, you can see the ligamentum arteriosum, the ductus arteriosum. After getting it closed, it's called ligamentum arteriosum. See, do not get Deepika, do not get the nitrate poisoning here. The question will be which is ligamentum arteriosum is present between the systemic aorta and pulmonary artery. Ligamentum arteriosus is formed from the ductus arteriosum during the embryonic stage. If this ductus arteriosum is not filled by ligament or tissue, it will lead to mixing and cause a blue baby syndrome. Clear to all? This point is clear? Yes or no? Come on, tell me. Is it clear? Okay. Now write down the external. External is done. Now we'll be studying the internal structure of the heart. Come on, write down. Internal structure of the heart. Everybody draw this. Baba, in baby, everything is taken care by the mother's blood. The diffusion, the nutrient, everything, the oxygen is supplied by the mother's blood. Only when the baby is born out, then the lungs start working. Nutrients and the oxygenated blood is with the diffusion of the mother's blood. Is it clear? Yes or no? Okay, fine. So by the end, the baby is born. After the baby is born, the first thing is they make the baby cry, right? So the reason is so that the inhale and exhale can start. The function of lungs can start. So after that, if that ligament ductus is not filled, then there's a mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood that leads to a blue baby syndrome. I hope it's making it clear. So please draw this. Done? Hello. Okay, right now. Okay, draw. Yeah. Hello. Not it done. Done. Now listen. Everybody drop the pencil, pen, whichever. Now listen. Everybody please listen. Okay. Right auricle. Look into the right auricle chamber. This is internal structure. So we are taking a cross section and we are learning the internal structure. Right auricle having a ridges. The muscles ridges are called musculi pectini. Now look where is the musculi pectini you have marked. That is the wall of the right auricle. Wall of the right auricle having an irregular margin called musculi pectini. Both in the right auricle, in the left auricle. Basically, the wall of auricle. Next, look right auricle side. In the right auricle side, you know there are three openings. One is superior vena cava, other is inferior vena cava, third one is coronary vein. Right? The superior vena cava openings have no valve. There is no lid. There is no lid. That is, there is no valve. Inferior vena cava has valve. That is eustachian valve. Coronary vein also have a valve because they are present in the lower side. So there is a presence of a closing. There is a lid that is called Thebesian valve. So you know that three vessels open into right auricle, superior, inferior, and coronary. Among this, two has a valve that is a lid, and the one doesn't have, that is superior vena cava doesn't have. This is eustachian and Thebesian valve. Clear? How do you remember eustachian valve is for what and Thebesian valve is for what? Very important because many times this question has appeared. Inferior, see, the upper one is inferior, the lower one is coronary vein. This you know. Inferior के बाद में है coronary vein. In the alphabetic letters, E comes first or T come first? E come first. So E is eustachian. So it should be above. That is inferior में आना चाहिए E. The later comes T in the alphabets. So the lower is Thebesian valve. Easy to remember. Any confusion there? Quick. Okay. Next. There is a after right auricle we are getting into right ventricles. After right auricle we are moving into right ventricles. Right auricle and the right ventricle has a valve that is called tricuspid valve. The reason it is called tri is because it has three cup-like structures called tricuspid valve present between right auricle and right ventricle. A very important question. Very important. Next. After that, we'll talk about left auricle. Left auricle, come to the left auricle, everyone. The left side of the auricle is a left auricle. The muscle is pectini, musculi pectini, which is the ridges of auricle. There, in that auricle, there are four openings. Pulmonary vein has four openings which have no valve. All four doesn't have valve. Important question. Right auricle, left auricle opens into left ventricle by bicuspid valve. It is bi because there are two cups. like structure. So it's a bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve is also called mitral valve. Bicuspid valve is also called mitral valve. Please write down. Clear? Next. Then comes what? Then there is ventricles. Now, there is a right ventricle, there is a left ventricle. The wall of ventricle is thick than the auricle, but among all the four chamber, left ventricle wall is more thicker. Which ventricle? Left ventricle wall. It's not right ventricle. In the diagram, it's look right ventricle, right is thicker. No, it's the left ventricle which is the thickest among all. Next. Now we'll talk about the walls of ventricle. The walls of ventricle have ridges called columnae corneae. To that columnae corneae, there is papillary muscles. Can you see the papillary muscles? The blue color, columnae corneae. To that columnar cornea, there is a papillary muscles. To that papillary muscles, there are chorda tendinae, cord-like structures called chorda tendinae. This chorda tendinae, at one side attached to cup-like structure, that is AV valve. See, tricuspid and bicuspid is also called AV valve. Which are the two AV valves? The question is. So it is bi and tricuspid. Because it is present between auricle and ventricle, it is called as AV valve. The chorda tendinae, one side it is attached to the AV valve. On the other side, it is attached to the papillary muscles. Got the point? Now next. Pulmonary artery arises from the right ventricle. The valve that is present is a semilunar valve. Pulmonary artery, I told you, it is arising from the right ventricle, which goes to the right and left lungs. Arising from right ventricle, having a valve called semilunar valve, pulmonary semilunar valve. Aorta is arising from the left ventricle, which is having a valve called aortic semilunar valve. Clear? Next. In the interauricular septum, between the two auricles, there is a septum. That is, it's not shown in the diagram, but it is present. It is dividing the right auricle from the left auricle. There is a foramen. That foramen is filled with ligament that is called fossa ovalis. I'll explain about the fossa ovalis in the next class. Have you understood the internal structure of the heart? Have you all understood? If you go step by step, it's very easy. You will understand it better. Have you understood the internal structure of the heart? I'll give you 5 minutes to revise. Look into the diagram and explain to yourself. Everybody explain to yourself about the heart and do let me know if you have any doubts. Semilunar valves are present in the pulmonary artery and the aorta region. Here, see. You can see this. This is semilunar valve, pulmonary artery semilunar valve, and aortic semilunar valves are this. Clear? Opening of artery, pulmonary artery and aorta. What is that question? Ma'am, pulmonary veins takes oxygenated blood to other parts of the body. No, no, no. Komal, listen. Pulmonary veins takes oxygenated blood to from the lungs to the heart. From the lungs to the heart. Aorta carries oxygenated blood to the different parts of the body. You have just written some time back. Okay? Did you understood, Komal? Okay, any doubts? Any doubts? Come on, tell me quick. Hmm? No response. Hello, are you all there? Can you all hear me? Ramachandra. Okay. Ramachandra, listen. This is pulmonary artery. This is pulmonary artery, right? Which is arising from the right auricle or ventricle. Ramachandra, tell me, pulmonary artery is coming from where? Right auricle, right ventricle, right? So this opening is guarded by a valve called semilunar valve. Got the point, Ramachandra? This is pulmonary semilunar valve. Aorta is arising from which part? Right auricle, right ventricle or left ventricle? Left ventricle, right? This left ventricle, the aorta is also having a valve. This is also called aortic semilunar valve. Got the point? Ramachandran, did you got the point? Yes. Okay, now there was one more question regarding chorda tendineae. Now, this is cords. Here, this is a heart muscles, which is having a chorda tendineae. No, there is papillary muscles. This is a papillary muscles. This cord are attached to papillary muscle. This is papillary muscle. These cords are attached to papillary muscles on one side. On the other side, it is attached to cusp. Once this is tricuspid, on the other side it will be bicuspid. So on the one side it is attached to AV valve, that is bicuspid or tricuspid. On other side it is attached to papillary muscle. Is it clear? Look into the diagram. If you see this, you will understand one side is attached to papillary muscle, the other side it is attached to cusp. Here it is tricusp, on the other side it is bicusp. Clear? Who's that? So say, is it clear? Are you understanding? Because you are newly joined. So are you understanding? You should be very quick. Any more doubts? Hello. Any more doubts? Is everything clear? What is the difference between musculi pectini? Musculi pectini is present in the auricle wall. Columnae corneae is present in the ventricle wall. The wall of the auricle and ventricle is not smooth. They have ridges. The ridges of auricle is called musculi pectini. The ridges of ventricle is called columnae corneae. Point is clear? Point is clear? Okay, any more doubts?